I just want it to be known that someone sitting across from me just said, "I don't care. Be a shrew."
I did say that.
I don't care. So, y'all, the honeymoon's already over. She's been back 4 days.
2.
And
It felt like 4.
yeah.
We're back already. It's mainly because now we're not going to just bitch the whole time, but God, I hate this season.
This is below dick.
I don't even hate it. I'm just apathetic to it.
I wrote down in a fit of pique, I hate all these people.
I'm just like so over it. It's just I feel like nothing happens on this show.
I will say
This is Below Deck, yes, as Poodle
below
said.
dick.
Episode something called Unfinished Business.
You can tell we care when we say episode something.
I think it's episode
13.
13.
Yeah, that's what I think. 13, 12 or 13.
Next week is the finale.
We just heard.
And then
That's well,
we think they're going to have 2 reunions.
it's a short-ish season for Below Deck, which usually does anywhere from 18 to 22.
Yes, and it's y'all Sailing Yacht does come on in February.
The 21st.
We will be covering
We
it.
will. That's our first season of Sailing Yacht.
It is.
I was told, I watched the first season of Sailing Yacht, like a couple of episodes, and I was like, this is snoozers. But then everyone told me, you must watch season 2 because it got so much better. And I have watched a couple episodes of season 2, and they are right. Season 2 was so much better.
Well, let's hope season 3 brings it.
Well,
on.
no, it's your first season, so you're so far you're 2 for 2. Our last Below Deck Med was a snooze.
It was a snooze.
This is I think we had hope when it started.
I feel like this is a different show. I don't even know what show this is.
It is.
It's just it doesn't I just don't I didn't even take a lot of notes. It's just I don't feel like
You mean this episode is a different show?
I feel like the producer, y'all, because I know it's reality TV, but come on, the shit is scripted, or at least it's massaged. I feel like the story producers on this didn't know. Are they like brand new? Because it's like they didn't know how to craft a story in this.
I will say one thing. The cast members were almost, I feel like, chosen to have very few strong personalities.
Yes, and think about it. There's no really,
with the exception of Rayna and Fraser.
And they're trying to make these long character arcs of connections at the end of this episode in the last like 10 minutes of people having.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't care because you haven't shown the arc of this character the whole entire time. Like, what I did enjoy Below Deck Med much more. But
I'm saying, I agree. It was still a good season, but
like Lloyd had a character arc.
I agree. I'm saying that compared to the rest of Below Deck, there have been snooze seasons. Like season God, there have been some snooze seasons. Like anywhere between 5 and 6 were snoozes, but like season 2, season 3, all amazing seasons. Even last season was kind of like, even with, because Francesca and Rachel and Eddie kind of going at each other, there was some moments, but that was kind of shitty too. But there have been, Below Deck's had some really good seasons.
I just feel like all seasons, just as a producer producing reality television, they just missed. I really feel like that's where this falls on, is the story producers.
I think,
and editors.
And the casting. I think I blame the casting too.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but I guess this is the best stories they could make.
Well, your stories come out of your cast.
They do,
but except for the charters.
They do,
Yeah.
but there is. I mean, this is Bravo, y'all. They go in with ideas for storylines and things like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyway, we're not gonna bitch about it the whole time. Believe me, we'll find the fun in it.
I doubtful. Something we're not going to bitch about. Well, I will. I'll complain about how cold it is. Y'all, we're going to New York tomorrow.
Why are we going to the East Coast in fucking winter? I don't know why.
Kristen's waiting to yell at you.
Yeah.
That's who she's our booking agent.
We went to Chicago.
When it was 4. It was 4 degrees.
It was -2 with the wind chill. And then we're going to New York City, and I told Poodle, I said, last time I looked, the weather looked pretty okay. It was like in the 30s and the 40s, and then Poodle just looked snow.
But snow is just like change your underwear in New York at this time of year.
That's true. I guess there'll probably already be snow on the ground.
Maybe.
I guess. Like dirty black snow, you know, when it gets gross and muddy.
Oh,
You're
I
right.
know it.
You screamed this at me the other day. You said, no one likes snow after 2 days. And you're right. No one likes snow after 2 days.
People from South Carolina lose their shit when it snows. And I want to scream full-throated, you're going to hate this in 2 days.
They are, I agree.
And they're always like, it's snowing. It's snowing. And you just want to like just fully punch them in the face.
Oh, it's Jesus' sugar.
We got to go get our milk and our bread.
Yes.
Got to make a run on the grocery store.
Run to the grocery store.
Flap.
Hey, special thanks to Ryan Bailey, if you listened last week, from So Bad It's Good, for covering for me last week.
He was so great.
He was
we
great.
had such a good time.
He has a very attractive voice.
He's a very attractive person.
He is.
I did everything because it was just he and I. I tried not to hit on him.
You failed. I listened to it because I edited it.
You know how I work, though.
Everything
you know how I
but
work.
fucking throw yourself at it. Like I didn't know if we were going to see, like, I'm sure on the video at one point I thought, it's Poodle just naked, just winking winking with your asshole at him.
Ding 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 ding.
It was just pathetic.
It's like the Eye of Sauron.
I mean, thirsty, yes. One dick to rule them all. Yeah, I mean, you were so thirsty.
It's hard.
your
It's hard
nature.
when a straight guy is friendly.
It really is.
It's very hard.
I'm not going to
for me.
fault you for it. I'd be the same way.
I did tell him there are maybe 10 straight men who I'd actually like to spend time with. Think how many there are for you who aren't your immediate family.
I know a couple. Love Patrick.
That's true.
Love spending time with Patrick. Your trainer. Love spending time with him. No, he's gay. Oh wait, the guy I go to acupuncture. Oh wait, no, he's gay too. No, my chiropractor. Nope, he's gay.
Let's be honest.
My therapist. Not gay.
I know straight men. You pay him.
True.
I know straight men are can be great, but like, boy, they exhaust the hell out of me. And I know we have a lot of great listeners who are straight. Y'all are the exception.
I think they exhaust you because you're always in your back of your mind thinking, can I sleep with them?
Possibly.
I think that's why you get exhausted.
I think women are the more evolved form here.
Well, I agree with that, but I do love a good straight man.
We're somewhere off to the side.
Somewhere. Hey, but be sure, if you're coming to the show on Friday, make sure you're back. We recommend you getting boosted, and really get boosted if you're planning on being in Poodle's playground.
Playpen.
Poodle's playpen. Sorry.
Playground sounds too nice.
Yeah.
Playpen is better.
Poodle's playpen. We'll see if the theater lets you put up. So far, you're 0 for 2.
At every location because there's always been a fire issue, or this time I'm going to set it up early and hopefully the bubble pit will be acceptable.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because he would like to have a foam party.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to a foam party?
I did, and it does not handle well after a couple of hours.
No,
that foam gets everywhere,
but
y'all.
usually you've cummed after a couple of hours.
Usually,
yeah, and your dick's chafed from all that soap the next day. Foam parties sound fun,
They're
y'all.
not. It's not soap. It's foam.
But whatever it is, though, it's just kind of chafy because there's not lube.
Yeah.
God. Y'all, if your gay friend says, hey, I'm going to a foam party, they're going to fuck.
Send your... yes.
Yeah, they're slutty.
Tell me, I'm just telling you this now, it's not really fun. You're going to have foam everywhere, and it's not in a good way.
I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was like, I don't know how I feel about it now. This was, what, 12, 30? It was at that MJ's? Is that the bar it used to be called?
Yeah.
Before it became a restaurant? The one where I made out with your friend in front of your face?
That's not like a fuck party, though. This like a phone
no.
fuck party is very different.
No, I haven't gone to those.
They're gross.
Well, that was a bar, right? Where your friend was right in front of you and he just stuck his tongue down my throat?
He wanted to try something different. He tried everybody else in the bar.
We made out for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, he was so. It's interesting how you get them where they're almost when their eyes cross. That's how you know to move in.
He made a move on me.
I know.
I said hi.
You just
blah,
put
blah,
yourself
blah.
in front of him.
I was just standing there.
Yeah. So when you're blackout drunk, make out with him.
I mean, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind.
They barely remember it. So y'all come see us. It is a vaccinated show. It is an unmasked. Is it a masked show as well?
We recommend you wear an N95 or KN95.
Yes, and we will. I believe we're still going to be doing, because we're going to be even masking during our meet and greets. So please don't take off your mask.
Maybe get a mask with a smile on it.
Yeah. Or do like me, where you've now, because I used to start smiling behind my mask, and now I just do like this. And I'm kind of smiling in my eyes, and it looks painful.
That's how you smile. That's how you smile. So
just looks like someone's putting electrodes on my dick.
No, that would look more entertaining to you.
I'm thinking about getting jolted.
Yeah. No, it looks like someone just served you like bad crunchy peanut butter.
I have a hard time faking a smile. You will know if I'm happy to see you.
Yeah, we've garnered that.
I've been surprised. I've been hugging lots of people, and I didn't think I would.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Certain people I avoided.
It's your right not to hug. We had some sissies. We had a sissy who walked up and she just looked at us and said, "Not a hugger. Happy to see you though."
And I went, fucking love that.
So y'all do whatever you want.
Establish your motherfucking boundaries, y'all.
I'll hug you. I don't care.
You'll hug them if they say not a hugger. You
hugged like 3 husbands that didn't even know who you were. They just came with their wives. They didn't even want to be hugged, and you ranted and said, "Hug me."
They needed it.
Suddenly, you're a hugger.
They needed it.
Oh, all right. Remember that one guy, that woman who brought her first date to our show?
As long as I live, I will never forget that the balls on that woman.
Oh, and the balls on that man I wanted to just put in my mouth. He was hot.
Can you imagine saying, "I'm going to take you to something that's going to show you who I am. I'm going to take you to a show with 2 white gay men." This was a black straight man. Possibly. We don't know. We don't know how he identifies.
I'm pretty sure.
But these 2 white gay men who are filthy.
Filthy.
And she's like, "I'm going to show you the craziest part of me. And if you can handle this, you can handle anything."
I'm telling you, if they get married,
I respect it.
If they get married, I will fly to the ceremony.
I'm officiating.
And be at that wedding.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll officiate and you can play music.
No!
You can sing. She doesn't have to pay me to go to the wedding.
Oh, you'd have to pay me. I thought that was understood.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about this show. Poodle, we're going to do it. What's your first tea bag?
I want to talk about, it seems like they're trying to wrap this up, but next episode we're going to still be talking about it. And Ryan and I talked a lot about this last week when Maddie was out. But Eddie thinks he handled the situation with Rayna well and is still in his head about it. And all of us are like, "No, you didn't handle it well.
No, you didn't.
You did not. This did not come with the first officer handbook in what to do when someone says the N-word around a person of color."
Yeah.
And I don't think they teach that, honestly.
I don't think they do.
But this was not the way to do it. And he is doing his best, I think, by saying, "You need to tell me these things." And she's basically saying back, "I don't feel comfortable because you already dismissed me once. And so it's going to be harder to trust you and open up to you." And the interesting thing here is that Eddie is trying to be a boss who wants to have it both ways. He wants to get respect, but he also wants to be everyone's friend.
That's the problem with Eddie wants to be everybody's friend.
Yeah.
He's got to really work on that.
And that's going to be his the hardest thing for him.
That was the hardest thing with him and Jake, and why Jake would fucking because
Yeah.
Eddie just wanted to be friend Eddie.
So he basically, they do kind of come to sort of a detente, I think.
Yes.
Where he said, do you want to sit down with Heather? And she's like, absolutely not. And I was thinking, because that would not go well.
Nope.
And I think Eddie knows that it won't go well.
I think he just wanted to offer that because he said,
Yeah.
"Let's quit," and he's like, "No, I don't want to. I don't want to be with her at all." And they're just Rayna and Heather are just ready to get off the boat from one another.
I feel like everyone's ready to get off the boat.
I think everyone's. Yeah, I don't. This is going to be like Below Deck Med, where they all take a vacation together after the boat.
No,
yeah, that's not going to happen.
No. They did not really. No one is really gelled. I think Heather will probably say, I made the best friends of my life here on this boat. Or she'll try to.
Yeah. Did Rayna say she come to the reunion?
I think she is.
Okay, well, I didn't know because sometimes people refuse or whatever. But I think she's coming to the reunion. Okay.
Yeah.
Because by now they've already filmed it.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what I would just want to talk about. It was kind of handled, but it's still going to blow over.
He talks it to, let's just talk about, since it's on that teabag, he brings it up later, again, just saying like, hey, I really want you to trust me. And she said, well, but I can't trust you. And, Eddie actually, he brings up to her, he says, look, I want you to be able to talk to me. He said, but you don't talk about things when you get upset by them.
Right.
And Rayna fully admits that. And he said, so when you're upset about something, he said, I actually like you. And which sounds stupid and childish to say, but Rayna...
It's what she needed to hear.
That's what Rayna needs to hear.
Yeah.
And he said, I actually like you, and I want you to come to me whenever something's going wrong so I can address it.
Yeah.
And she says, okay. I think that was a good thing for him to say to kind of...
Me too.
Build trust.
I think that would work normally as when it was, I feel like Wes doesn't think that I'm a good deckhand. Not... what do I do when the chief stew on the boat says the N-word to me?
Not to her.
Well,
in front of her.
And
I know, but that is a difference. She didn't call her that.
Well, and I'm glad you said that, but I'm saying it's just he's so out of his depth.
Yeah.
I think we all are.
I am. I mean, I would be shocked that happened. B, it just goes to show that a lot of people just aren't even trained to have, probably in yachting. They have not had a lot of let's have training about just
sensitivity towards
inclusion, because it's such a white, probably male. They might have had some stuff about women inclusion, but it's very doubtful.
Right. Yeah.
Doubtful.
Yeah. And I will say, if this was 10 years ago, and Rayna had a problem, it would have been some aggro first officer that said, "Suck it up, I don't care."
Probably.
And I'm not saying that's right. I'm just saying this is 2022.
Yeah.
2021. So not an option.
Yeah.
Especially because it's on television.
Well, yeah, but yes, even more so because it's on television.
Yeah. What's your first one?
My first teabag is, y'all, Captain Lee is on a tear this episode, as my mother... Did your mother say that?
Yeah, I've heard it.
Because they're supposed to... we'll get to the charter later.
Worst one ever. That includes Jaw Wired Shut.
They're so basic.
Yeah, they're awful.
They're basic.
Y'all, these people absolutely love. Oh my God, they love Macaroni Grill.
They do.
Actually, they're like a step up from that. Mm-hmm. What's a step up from Macaroni Grill?
Well, it's not necessarily quote unquote nice, but they do feel like they do love Panera.
Oh yeah,
actually,
I love Panera.
I love Panera. Yeah. What is a step up from Maggiano's?
Yeah. You also love Maggiano's.
They give you a free. They give you a second meal to take home. What's not to love? You paid for one and you get two.
I will say.
Tell me you don't love that.
That's just like saying, give me that is
You're getting the chicken parmesan, and you're telling me you're pissed off that within they're saying, let me package this huge portion of chicken parmesan and then give you a lasagna that hasn't been touched.
I'm saying that you're going to give me with that meal the second day, you're going to give me a second trip to Self-Hateville. While I shame eat that lasagna that I've just become okay with eating that chicken parmesan and said this is once in a time. And then I see that lasagna and like, I guess twice. And then I order fast food later on.
But when you leave Maggiano's, don't you feel so good? Because you're like,
I'm disgusting. When I leave, they roll me out like the Blueberry Girl and Willy Wonka.
Because you ate too much bread.
And I can't be touched because I'm too full to fuck. And I'm miserable. And that's the way it is when I eat at places like that. I am an unacceptable person when it comes to eating big portions.
You are.
I will eat too much.
You can't hold your back.
Someone needs to stop me.
He will. It's hard, y'all, because if you stop him, then he'll say, "What's wrong with me? What's wrong with?
Yeah.
Why are you telling me? Don't tell me what to eat."
And here's the thing.
So I just have to let him do it.
It's okay to be like this, and it's okay not to be like this. Food issues are everywhere, y'all. I'm saying I have them.
It's like I've got to watch that Titanic hit that iceberg.
Yeah, you need to let me figure it out.
And he usually doesn't.
No, you need to let me go down the drain. You need to let me, like in Train Spotting, go through that toilet by doing as many drugs as I can, metaphorically. And you know what? Sadly, at the very end, there's a mozzarella stick sitting there that I don't know how it's been there the whole meal. And no one's had it because maybe I didn't see it on that side of the table. But I will eat that like it is my fucking last meal.
You'll say, "Who left this here?" And I'll say, "I don't know." And you'll eat half of it. And then you'll sit down and say, No, I can't. I'm not going to eat anymore. Then you'll get up from the table when we all leave. And then you'll say, "I'm eating that mozzarella."
I will.
And then you'll grab it and eat the rest as you walk out.
Almost in a fit, almost as a justice.
But yet you're angry because you're really angry at yourself.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. Again, y'all, food issues are real, and it's okay to have them.
It's okay to have them. The thing that I've learned is that, y'all, you can't tell a poodle. You got to let a poodle find out on their own.
You need to let me step in my own shit.
Jake hasn't put his license plate on his car probably in like 2 years. He's going to get stopped by a policeman one day.
I still got the dealer tag on
and get
it.
fined. I can't tell him to do it.
It's fine.
He won't do it because he'll say it's fine.
It's fine.
And then
I don't drive that much. Mm-hmm. It's fine.
Dude, you don't know where the license...
I've got an explanation for everything.
You don't know where the license plates are, do you?
It's in my car. I just haven't put it on yet.
Okay.
It's in my car.
Okay.
What's your tea bag? Or you said it.
Well, I know I never got into it.
Sorry.
What's my tea? No, it's fine. We were talking about this basic family.
It's hot in here.
It's go turn on your air. We don't live in a hut.
Talk about it.
It's when they're all sitting on the deck and the husband goes down, y'all, to look for a drink. Oh. And they're all sitting there. The crew is all sitting there eating like they're the ones that are having this decadent lunch. And they're all like, this is wonderful. Oh, it's so good.
The salmon is divine.
And then Captain Lee shows up and all shit goes to...
I will give editing a prize here because it just saw them going, that's delicious, Rachel.
And Captain Lee shows up and he's like,
none of you should be sitting down here.
No time should be at the same fucking time.
I wrote that. That was after I Hate Everyone. Oh. And can I talk about the charter guests? We talked about it a little bit, but I want to say some choice words. Woman, her name is... You know what?
You can.
Oh.
But right after this commercial break. All right, Poodle. Give us an education in basic.
Oh, these people are terrible.
They're terrible.
Jennifer.
You know what? I wrote down her name. I bet her name is Jennifer. And then, no offense to Jennifer's, because I love a couple of Jennifers in my life. A lot of Jennifers. My 8th grade girlfriend name was Jennifer, and I'm still friends with her. We went to tennis camp. Love her.
That's the camp for gay kids.
She just sent me this.
Yeah, that's the sport camp for gay kids.
It's true. She sent me the sweetest message too about my dad. It was so sweet. Love you, Jennifer. Anyway, yes, I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt you now because
Go for it.
y'all. We need to talk about Jennifer's makeup.
We need to talk about Jennifer.
We need to talk about Jennifer. I don't know who from the. I think she hit someone from the Mac counter, and she is doing her makeup every fucking morning as she's on this boat because it is way too much.
It's so much.
It's always evening makeup at 10 a.m.
That's exactly what it is.
It's evening makeup. No, it's evening Oscar makeup at 10 a.m.
I would also say evening theme makeup.
Yes.
Like she's trying to match something in her wardrobe.
It's always this very dark. Her eyebrows are so drawn on.
There's a color that's there and it's not matched
You
in
can
a palette.
tell that editors and camera people hate her because they keep focusing on her when she makes these
Y'all,
faces.
the entire editing crew hates this charter.
They don't like her. She's wearing, I would say, a stockade fence of eyelashes upon the top of her eye.
Yes.
So, and it's, you kind of think like, okay, the rest of your friends are going to look like this too.
No, the rest of them are.
They barely have any makeup on.
I will
fresh
say,
face.
They're still pretty awful though. But makeup wise,
But even her hair's down at the first. But then the second day, she puts her hair up, kind of like a girl who's a 9th grade cheerleader.
it's bad.
It's a very high pony.
Ugh.
Like y'all. You know she was a cheerleader and probably a prom queen.
Yeah, uncomfortably high.
And she is still riding off how pretty she was in high school. She's not an ugly woman.
No,
she'd be much prettier.
It's that replays all over and over again in her head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
Probably because her husband cheats on her.
100%.
Doesn't he look like a husband who cheats on you? He does.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jennifer, if you're listening. But I'd read his text. Look at your phone bill.
See if you got a bill for Ashley Madison.
Yeah, see if that wireless bill gets emailed to him or to you, Jennifer.
Oh, I guarantee you it is him.
Yeah, honey.
So, y'all,
Check for a burner phone.
Jennifer only wants cooked fish. She loves anything raw. Okay, I've heard that before.
Only thing Poodle and I can agree with.
But it's interesting. I would disagree that cooked fish is to me very different than shellfish. I find them to be very different things just in name alone. Because the texture for a fish is very different than it's cooked.
I mean, it was on my charter list, and shellfish, fish is in the name.
Y'all,
that's what she's going to say. Fish is in the name of shellfish. So it is technically fish.
That preference sheet was like the fucking Gutenberg Bible for her. It was in plates.
It was in plates.
Like gold plates engraved.
So 10 people had to hover around just to read it.
She treated this like it was the Magna Carta.
Yes.
And she wouldn't stop. Well, I put it in my preference sheet 1,000 times. And y'all, one thing she said at the end.
I can see that, but it is fish. Like Rachel didn't mess up. It's fish. It's called shellfish.
To me, raw fish and raw shellfish are very different.
To me as well.
But at the end, they were talking about, oh my God, this is great, such great food. And everyone's enjoying themselves. Y'all, you know these people in your life. Everyone's enjoying themselves. And then they're like, oh my God, it's like she read our minds for our food, what she likes. And Jennifer pipes up and says, well, she read our minds or our preference sheet.
Yeah, it's like she read the preference sheet.
What need would be to say that? Other than to, it's almost like there are to ruin joy.
All the other moms hate her in Carpool.
Totally.
They don't enjoy her. She's always going to have a problem with something.
And y'all, guess what? They love Hamilton because who couldn't have seen that coming?
I have a question.
I want to scream and throw myself against a wall at white people who are that age who don't love Hamilton.
So Hamilton is incredible.
Yes.
When did Hamilton cross the line of making you basic?
I think when Kellyanne Conway proclaimed that she loved it.
Oh.
On Twitter or something. Or quoted a Twitter Hamilton lyric.
I'm surprised she did that.
Maybe it wasn't her, but it was someone like that.
Okay.
It was...
Ann Coulter.
No,
it wasn't. Ann Coulter.
No. Alexander Hamilton should have been turned away at the border.
That's what she would say.
Although she's gone away. She's gone away because she was not okay with a lot of the crazies.
Ugh, whatever. Sorry I brought her up.
But it did hit a level when it became, I think it was the mixtape. Because I will say, you can't deny the cleverness and the smartness of Hamilton.
Uh-huh.
It's very, very smart. But there's a certain too muchness of people who weren't really into musical theater before, who have found and embraced Hamilton. And I do agree, it speaks to a certain part of us. But to me, it is a desperation to be cool. That's what I see it as.
But maybe as like a...
There is no maybe.
But no, maybe...
I know what I think.
But as a musical theater writer, wouldn't you want to become basic?
Absolutely not.
Wouldn't you want to become so popular?
Nope.
Because wouldn't you say that anything that's avant-garde, that's left or right of center, eventually if it becomes to be popular means it becomes normalized and it becomes basic. So would you not want to be popular?
No, I don't want to be popular.
So you just want like people that live in like rural towns that study, I don't know.
Not rural towns. I want people in cities to like me.
But if you want people in cities to like you, then it means your work's going to be probably popular.
Yeah, but only certain levels of
So you
cities
mean
and academia.
People that, read hieroglyphics for boredom.
Yes.
And speak French even though
Yes.
they're from Milwaukee.
Yes.
And they make $13 an hour, I don't know.
And someone
teaching
says,
someone Klingon.
And someone's like, yeah, that's just too pretentious for me. Then I'm like, yes, it is. And it's great.
This is why you have no money.
You're right. You're 100% right. I have been commissioned to write things that I know are more populist in a vein. I will say the difference between Hamilton and a lot of things that are populist is the craft of Hamilton is so smart, and that's what's undeniable about it. But there's a certain cultural cachet that came with it that a lot of people want to co-opt, especially white people.
I get that.
And these people are the epitome of it. It is just I
do you
see
think
it.
that they probably, like these type of people, see Hamilton, but they really don't even know what it's about?
No, I think they know what it's about.
God, I hope you write a musical that becomes really popular and a sissy 5 years from now plays this episode.
Nothing I write will. I write things that are way.
I think Little Poodle the musical could go mainstream.
You know what? If it does, then there are a lot more people like me.
The pitch is easy. What's the musical about? It's Dennis the Menace meets Spelling Bee, but gayer.
It's Dennis the Menace, but he's a really misanthropic little child.
Yeah.
Who would much rather talk to his imaginary friend.
Dennis the Menace meets Billy Elliot.
And there you go.
I just sold your
and
show.
And read other children for filth.
Little Poodle.
With a very, very overbearing mother.
It's Little Poodle.
And a family that doesn't understand him.
Uh-huh.
Oh, mama, good mama, what am I going to do?
His big, what's it called? His big kind of monologue song. I know there's some fancy word for it.
Want song. I want song.
Is going to be I'm Unique.
Yes. Or I want someone to know me.
You're thinking of this idea now, are you?
Yes. I think lyrics I've actually written a song where a character says, no one can really know me. No one will know who I really am.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, there you go. It's a lot of wrist cutter shit, y'all.
Yeah, volunteer for something. Get over yourself.
Hey, my art is volunteering. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, because no one paid you for it.
Exactly.
What, is it my turn or your turn?
Who knows? This is a mess.
Can we talk about... I just want to talk about this. Y'all, they want to have a white party. And they're talking to Fraser later on, and they're like, so a white party, I think it came about. And Fraser said, no, I believe a white party came about because everybody wore T-shirts. My recollection was...
It's where gay people do drugs.
It's cocaine.
Gay men.
Like, that's... No, I think that's where... white powder, I believe that's where a white party started years ago, like, to
honestly,
do cocaine and do drugs.
No, they called it... I think... I don't know what came first.
Whether it's they wore white or the cocaine.
Yeah.
Because white parties came about in
white
like
party,
the 80s, 90s,
White
right?
party is not cocaine nowadays. It's
no.
other drugs.
No, not now. Oh,
Yeah.
no, it's fucking Molly and K-balls and highballs and whatever.
K-balls?
I don't know drugs. But I think years ago, it was for cocaine, I think. It was not because they were all wearing
Where
T-shirts.
did the term white party originate?
Well, what does Siri say? Y'all hear me? Well, regardless.
The White Party is a name of a number of circuit parties held annually catering to the LGBT communities. It's more like GB.
Yeah.
And its names come from the requirement that partygoers dress almost all in white. And it says here, the all-white clothing, the all-white... Oh, fuck. I hate... You know, I love you, Wikipedia, but I kind of hate you.
Don't say that. I give them money.
The White Party was first heard on. Me too. Yeah, I don't know. It's for circuit parties, but
Sissy
I don't.
Mary will investigate. Somebody.
Oh, someone says this says the origin.
Riveting.
It was for HIV/AIDS. Blah blah blah.
Now they do a lot of drugs.
This says. It was founded to raise money for a good cause and one of the most successful benefit fundraising events. I don't think this is right.
I don't think that's right. Wikipedia got it wrong.
Oh, I was on Quora.
I'm tired of this. Anyway, y'all. They're getting ready for this white party. And so meanwhile, Kaylee, and Heather
Kyler
decorated the deck. And these women walk out there and they go, oh my
Yes.
God! Oh, it's so beautiful!
I hate these people.
It's so pretty. Y'all, it's just some fucking white streamers and a balloon. This is the last charter. This is the worst fucking decorations of a charter they've had.
And the men do the male equivalent, the basic male equivalent. Oh my God, this is great! This is great, guys.
It's fine. It's not bad. It's just fine. And they're having this white party. There's no dancing. There's no black light music. They're just having fucking dinner, and then they go to bed at 10:30. This is the least white party I've ever heard of.
There's no two gay guys Dutch dooring one another in a pup mask.
No one does coke off their husband's dick even. This is not a white party. I'm sorry.
What's my next one?
Don't claim things that you don't know anything about. Have you ever been to a white party?
I haven't.
I have not either.
I'm really not into drug-fueled sex parties. I know that's a shock, but I need to take a stand.
You don't mind sex parties. It's just the drug-fueled sex party.
I'm not into drug-fueled sex.
I'll tell
personally.
you why. Because you don't want someone high when they're fucking you. You want them to be into you.
Yes. I want them to be staring into my eyes and going, "She only me.
I'm unique, love me." That's the second musical. Little Poodle grows up. Yeah.
Respect me for my talent."
Yeah.
The
prequel.
You don't have to like
Kiss of
me.
the Spider Woman.
You don't have to like me. Just respect me. Just respect my talent.
What's your next one?
I want to talk about the great idea that Heather has to have Alexander Hamilton say hello to them.
Yeah, that's cute.
It's not. Come on, you're winding me up.
No,
this is
it's
terrible.
Sweet. No, it's a thing to get.
Tell me more about it.
To get the guests happy, to get them involved.
You enjoyed
He puts
it?
on a little outfit. And he goes out on a boat. It's cute.
Keep talking about it.
It's cute. And he's up. It's terrible.
Yeah,
It's terrible.
just couldn't keep going.
As Captain Lee says, he
That
looks
wig
like
looks like
a
fucking
poor
rat.
Quaker. Yeah.
Now, I will say, the funniest thing about this, if you know anything, Alexander Hamilton did come from the Caribbean. He was mixed race. And he was like 20 something, and so that gray wig makes no sense at all.
It doesn't.
And the beard, I'm like, what the fuck?
And they loved it.
And they're like, oh my God, Sarah, I love you.
It wasn't great.
And he brings them ice cream, which was very period appropriate.
Vanilla ice cream. What is that from?
She Loves Me.
Yes.
The ultimate soprano song. Sopranos, if you sung that for auditions, you're basic.
That's a deep cut.
But I will say that there are very few soprano up-tempo songs. So I understand why you chose it. I would have told you, if I was your audition accompanist and you put that in front of me, I'm like, oh, great, we've only heard this 12 times today. Do you have anything else?
I don't know the soprano song. I was just talking about the quartet. Isn't there a quartet later? Or is it from an opera? There's an ice cream quartet. That's what I was thinking.
That's from something later.
Is that from She Loves Me, or is that from...
No, that's not an ice cream quartet. That's something else.
No, we did this in scenes in opera.
Then it's obscure.
Well, I'll have to figure... Come at me, sissies.
But ice cream from She Loves Me.
I don't know that song.
Oh,
I know what
you're thinking. You're thinking of, is that Regina that has the ice cream quartet? Am I making that up?
It's from an opera.
Yeah, I think it's Mark Blitzstein's Regina.
I should listen to She Loves Me, though. That's a good show.
It's a lovely show.
I don't know that show.
It's from The Shop Around the Corner. It's the adaptation of. It's actually the adaptation of a Hungarian play that became the basis of The Shop Around the Corner. I'll stop. It's basically You Got Mail as well.
Oh, okay.
It's like people are placing personal ads.
That's a terrible movie.
Yeah. By the way, if you need to tell someone that it's an Hungarian earlier play, be prepared for them to have a look in their face.
You said too much.
You said too much. Back up.
He did see my face kind of get like, oh,
it just got dark, and you just went, I don't care.
You know what? I don't know. Maybe Captain Lee is channeling this of my late father, which I guess I can say now, because he said a Chelsea Mars saying, yep, we got a strong tea. Give me strong tea with quote and quotables. Got to sing it by myself now.
Oh, sorry. I'm checked out.
And Captain Lee says, get your head out of your ass or I will eat your ass.
Ooh.
I grew up, my dad would say, get your head out your ass, I'm going to eat your ass. I'm going to eat your ass out so good.
Oh, God.
My dad really talked a lot about eating ass.
And if he would have said it to me, I'm like, is that a promise?
Is that a problem? I fucked up on that job today, and he ate my ass out so good.
Tell me more,
he
Chelsea.
Just kept eating and eating my ass out.
Just spread my cheeks wide.
I mean, I might as well bend over and let you eat my ass.
Sorry, neighbors.
Anyway, do I have any other?
That's all I've got, you guys. Next week is the finale, so we'll see how that goes. Rachel's kind of losing it.
Rachel and Heather are kind of losing it.
Yeah.
Rachel's losing about the ice cream, but Captain Lee is like totally on Rachel's or Heather's back.
Yeah, and I will say, Ryan and I talked about this before. They are not giving up on Heather, you guys. So for people who are hoping Heather's going to get fired, we think she's filming right now. So she's there. She seemed like she was their new Stu for the future. They want her to be their new Kate Chastain, which is not going to happen.
No, but
she's going to get burnt out.
I think she'll get burnt out, and
I don't think she's good TV. No one really likes her.
I mean, Fraser acts like he does, but I don't think Fraser really likes anybody he can't fuck.
I'm talking about people who watch the show.
Oh, yeah.
I don't give a shit about the cast.
She's fine. I mean, I don't have a...
I don't like her. I can appreciate what she does, but I don't like her as a person.
Who do you think's going to come back in this season?
They don't do that on Below Deck that much. A lot of the Chiefs dudes come back, and
the chefs will come back.
Yeah. But the crew will take time off because their yachting is such a industry in flux.
Fraser wants to come back. He wants to come back as a chief stew. I'm telling you that now.
I don't think he has the makings of it.
I know, but that was his arc. It's like he's decided, I want to do something new. I want to do something just bold. And then I'm like, oh, what's he going to do? Like change careers?
I want to be a chief stew.
I went, well, of course you want to be a fucking chief stew.
Yeah.
You're like, this was not, again, as a producer, this was not... This was not a story arc that was surprising.
My first thought was, it was a very homophobic thought. I'm like, wonder how people would react to having a male chief stew.
Because they've never had one?
No.
Oh, well, then maybe that's his way in.
But I'm saying just with guests.
You would be a wonderful chief stew.
My God, I'd be awful.
Oh, you'd be horrible to all your employees, but the people would like you.
They'd love me.
Yeah. But you would be horrible to work with, and we'd probably throw you off the boat.
I was going to say, I'd be thrown off the boat.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There she goes. What happened to Poodle? I chewed his ass out good. Y'all, that's the show.
He's in Davy Jones' locker.
David Jones' locker. You can go to realitygaze.com. Go to our Linktree link. That's where you're going to find our shows. Remember, I think we mentioned this before, but we're going to be on the Crappies on Thursday night. So the night before, at the Town Hall.
Not the Town Hall.
Town Hall in New York City. Get your tickets to that. You can do that on the Crappens website. And then on Friday
you can also buy a virtual ticket if you like. They're using something Moment.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
No, we're not.
They're having this at a 1,500 seat theater.
Yeah, we wouldn't make our profit margins.
And they can pay a third party to not fuck it up.
Yeah. Some of you would ask, so why are you guys not streaming yet?
Because Gary doesn't know how to do streaming. And he's probably going to be high anyway and be an hour late to the show.
It's a big buy-in, just so you know.
It's not a cheap thing to do.
Yeah, and so for a streaming market, we would have to have a certain number of things first. So we're working on that.
It's just not there yet, y'all. So because you really can't do it through the theaters because it's just... We've heard so many horror stories of theaters that aren't really... They're not meant to do streaming live shows.
A lot of
meant to be a
places
theater.
actually don't want to do it, too.
They don't want to do it, yes. So that's where... So just coming in person. See, you know what? COVID's starting to die down.
No!
You just think I'm going away, but I don't know.
Go away, Miss Kova.
My friend Philip's going to come around soon.
No, go away.
Yeah, you haven't met Xavier. Is he
I'm gonna pull a bullet in your brain, Miss Kova.
All right, everybody. But come see us at a live show. We would appreciate it. And it'd be a good time for you to get out and just have fun.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Poodle's got to pack and then get packed. So we got to go.
I'm too tired.
Y'all, how do we
You almost said we call these... never know.
We call these people lonely sailors. And aren't we all
just lonely sea dogs?
Sea dogs. Just raw dogging on a sea, looking for love.
And y'all, until next time, we say, anchors a gay.
Chew my ass.